It's a hotel of extreme Bukakke. Because I wanted to pay for one thing, and they just gave me another thing. I'm just like, no, I did not work an extra day for this. You know what I mean? I did not work an extra day so that I can just like have these struggles. Have these struggles. I worked an extra day so I can just like go on and just enjoy the finer things, which is like craft beer, you know? Which I'm gonna get to do so anyway, right? But Jesus fucking fifth dancing Christ. Why do they make it so difficult? I don't understand. You don't. It's a Saturday night. Don't have much available to me. You got to get, God forbid, an extravagant room. God for fucking bid. I only got one charger. I have two phones on me. I can only afford to have two phones. Okay, what to do with it. All right, but anyway, there is a lineup. There's a lineup, guys. Let me trust you on something too. Let me make something perfectly clear. I am very much high on life right now. Not high, but excited. I know it's only been a minute and a half. I know it's been 0 viewers. I know it's a little bit dark, but trying to work on that because that's not cool. So it's a little bit dark. I've step over here and then slider because it's lighter here. I turned on all the lights. It's just the way this is set up. It's just having all the darkness go over there, and there's no table to which I can sit. I guess there's a table, but 2020. Okay, gotta turn the heat up because it's raining outside. So in addition to this, I plan to do some pretty fat stuff. You know, I plan to do some pretty fat stuff. This beer right here is clocking in at 9% ABV. I have one at 6.9. I have one at. These are 9%. These ones, which I really like the artwork, are at 6.9. 6.6. Sorry. It's a service. A service. Service. A service. This one, I like the artwork for more serious situations because I do love like the gloomy stuff. It's a hazy IPA. This one's at 6.8. So I got some like lighter stuff here. Take a look at that. It's trees, crows. And there's a man standing right there watching death and despair. The death of my virginity that happened a month ago. And there's this fucking ass thing that I got for a gift from my friend, which I'm not going to drink because there's a bunny on it. And this one's only 4%, so we're not doing that one. If I honestly need more than 8, I'll get more. But I see it's like 6 o'clock, so why? Let's get into the first one. I'm thinking the first one is gonna have to be the double one because that one's probably gonna set me off. I'm thinking. I'm really craving some like fast food. They have this new thing at Taco Bell too. It's called the crunch of something, whatever the fuck. It looked really good. A lot of people are like fucking digging it. So I'm thinking maybe that. It's like $4. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like a something out of. It's an out of this world. Anyway, I apologize. I deeply apologize. Double code. Let's see what you got. A lot of it words on here. And then I got Sweetie Cup. Shoutouts to Brentwood, my dogs. This is where all the crap stuff started. Perhaps one day this is where we're all, and then you just want to crush it. Cool. Am I drunk? A little bit. Not terribly. So I went to this other hotel that was a lot closer to a bar I wanted to go to. And what happened was is that they weren't able to accept my card. The thing is that I don't use a major credit card. In fact, I use one of those credit cards. Anyway, that was weird because I was promised I speak in it. There. My business gives me a card to use with their company. And I try to give it to them. Like, well, that's not a major bank, but it's with my business. Fuck, take it. And like, no, can't take it. It has to be like Bank of America, Wells Fargo. I'm like, but this one's built up my credit scores. They don't. Yeah, well, it sucks. Fucking okay. All right. All right. We'll see what this is in. Can on because I know how to do a beer review on like you fucking beer snobs. I'm an actual one, not you guys. Can on February 6th, 2024. So that makes it, what is that, like less than 2 weeks old? All right, we're gonna take this one to Pound Town. It's a shame that I didn't get the one that I wanted. I needed to be, the one that I wanted because I wanted to be away from like all the scenery and stuff like that. But no, back in time. That's that's a good head right there. Not done with pouring with the can yet. Got about 2 fingers right there, which is just about as much as your mom takes in your ass. Come on. Hold on, we gotta do this metal Batman stuff. I gotta put on some like really cheesy power metal. What does he listen to again? Can you do this like a metal Madman rant? Because he still makes videos. And he will do anything for attention, so I mean, may as well fucking give it to him, right? Like he's asking for it. Not even from me, to be fair, but he asks it from a much lesser human being, so I'm sure he would appreciate this. God, I'm in such great shape. Fighting plasma? Nah, we'll do this. I love Blind Guardian. I think this beer's going to decide what to eat. It's going to be Taco Bell. Okay, sure.
it's fast. I feel like my app's done that. Feeling nice and weird. I would need to sick. Okay. That hands to the little bastard. He does finish. He took him. Not as fast as I did. No, that I did it. Like 2 seconds flat. He does about like 8. He does 8 seconds. But he's up there. He's in his 50s still doing the shit. So, you know what? Fucking all props to him still. I don't know if my body's now that's why I'm 50. I really don't. My body just kind of like feels it. Like that was rough. Maybe I just gotta eat more prime rib or something like that. I don't know. Like, fuck, man. Maybe I just gotta eat better. What did I have for dinner last night? I had actually didn't really have anything. No, I didn't. I had for dinner. I just had a burger, just a medium. And after that, nothing. When the next day, when I looked in the morning, I made a ham and cheese sandwich. A honey ham and cheese sandwich. Actually, I was playing video games. And then, the reason why I'm doing this is because, like, all my coworkers told me straight up, what you gotta do on the Saturday night. I know you have money plans, I know there's these plans, but in my mind, I've been like, you still make a plan. It's like, you need to just take yourself out, dude. Where are they while I'm messing in? Well, I'm not oiled up, but I don't even mess with anyone. But I got something, but it's not like, I don't know. I mean, they're a lot more toned, but it's not like, because I lost weight. So, um, they're more toned. Like, I'm 180 and they're still relatively the same size. You know, I can still like, oh, but I'm not willing to step up to you, doctor. I'm sorry. But it's not the doctor's orders. And I was flexing and my biceps was like really fucking huge. I was worried away. Now, not so much. Great song. Great song. I'm gonna leave the phone charging right there.
I think what I'm gonna do is let the chat decide what to eat, or where I should order, and then I can gain power. I think I should let you guys decide what fast food I should pick, and then I'll order that, and then I'll give my for fun, of course. I'll give my rendition and my opinion about it. You know, if it's like the new item from Taco Bell, which I'm thinking maybe, but like I see what it's trying to do. It looks good. It looks really good actually. There's like that's what it was. It was a chicken empanada. They have a Taco Bell now. Problem with that is that chicken empanada, that chicken's not made in house. Like nothing about that is made in house. It comes in frozen, and they're doing like a new thing, and then they don't make the sauce there either. They just have it on the side and like in the bag. But I heard that sauce was pretty fucking fire. So Mexican food? Okay, well I can do Mexican food. Let me see here. I might shit my pants, but it's alright. It's only 6 o'clock. I can find plenty of time to not shit my pants. Let's do Mexican. Yeah, you know what, doctor? Go with that. Because there's plenty of Mexican restaurants here. Like authentic Mexican restaurants. If I could find one that has like a really unique sauce to go with what they're trying to do, I would be happy as fucking claims. I swear to God. So as a side note too, because of where I'm moving, and I had to do like the math when I was at a bar earlier. And trust me, I've only had beer. What the fuck does that mean when it comes to me? But I was talking about because if I had to move where I was going to move, I would have to take a bike or invest into an e-bike. And then someone brought up to me like, well, how much would it actually cost if you just use Uber to go back and forth? You could still afford it. My mind was if I use so essentially, I was loading upside away. I had to get a killer. So essentially, what happens is that um, I was thinking like, oh man, I gotta spend $400 a month just to use Uber to get back and forth. I really want to do that. Or I also have the option to ride a mountain bike, which was definitely there, right? Because like there's nothing wrong with getting some exercise before and after work, and then letting them know like, hey, if my legs seem a little bit wobbly, then I'm just trying to shake it off, and I just got here from a bike ride kind of thing, or invest into an e-bike. I thought about that too, but problem with investing into an e-bike, if you lock up an e-bike, if someone sees it outside, someone's definitely going to try and do something. You know, despite the fact that it's locked up. That's my logic. So, the best thing to do is just either A, get like a cheaper mountain bike and bike 20 minutes back and forth to work, or invest into Uber One and go to work that way. And I did not know that there were so many perks with Uber One, not not to deviate anyone away from like doing it or not, but based upon um, the money that I earn, based upon, and this is real Ken here too, based upon the amount of money I earn and based on how much I'm paying rent, there is absolutely no reason why I couldn't just do that, if that makes sense. Black milk in month. But like, okay, so let me put this money thing into a mathematical thing, because I feel like a lot of people think that maybe that I'm just a bum or something like that. You know, like let me put this into in an equation. My rent, utilities included, outside for my cell phone bill. Let's include the cell phone bill. Outside of the cell phone bill, it's 1,000. Including the cell phone bill, it's about 1,000. That's my base. So what I mean by my base is that that's my livelihood. That's me going on the internet. That's me having electricity, water, stuff like that going on and so forth. I make that payment no matter what, right? And I don't know necessarily how to make that payment no matter what just yet, but I know I'm going to learn because I haven't had to make those payments in quite some time. But I know how to make those payments now because I, at the very least, when I lived as a bit of a nomad, um, I harnessed my skills as a cook, as a chef, and that's still what I'm doing. So, um, as a nomad, that's the main thing I look at. I don't look at, oh, I want a new car or something like that because new cars in California, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking delusional? Like, you gotta have something going on for you to even think about that. Me, I am so sick and tired of living by California's rules. I want to live at least semi off grid. Like that's where my boat idea comes from. That's where I'm just saying, like, hey, you know what, Ken, you know how to do stuff by yourself at this point, and you know how to build, and you know how to do these things, and you talked about it for a very long time. How about you just shut the fuck up and do it? And then that's the battle between me and myself. It's like you've done so much research, you know how to get into it. Just fucking do it. If it fails, man. Like, fuck it. Like just make sure it doesn't fuck with anything like upon your papers. But like, if you get a boat, a decent sized boat, then you can do whatever the fuck you want so long as you do the research. And by research, essentially, within my mind, it says within my mind and with my recollection, it's like you gotta make sure the wiring is right. Make sure the back tiles work right. Make sure the flooring's right. And you gotta make sure that invest into the right um, solar panels. Because what if the power goes out? You need some sort of backup, and then you need to learn to drive the fucking thing. So there's all these steps, you know, and I want to take these steps. If that makes sense, I really, really do, because I've been so physically active for most of my life, and this just sounds something that sounds so cool to do. And imagine in my mind, I mention this to people, and most of them doubt me, like openly doubt me. I have plenty of former friends who are like, "Nah, you can't do it. You're just a stupid ass alcoholic." Imagine growing up within your mid to late 20s, hearing that and believing in that. And I don't believe them anymore. I believe I believe in the fact of trial and error. If I fuck up on something, if I buy and invest into something, it's going to be a trial and error thing. Am I going to wreck something? No. Am I going to drive the damn boat when I'm drinking? No. No. Could be a slight possibility, but like that would be something like 20 years down the road. If I'm buzzed up, not drunk or something like that, if it was 20 years down the road, I could show like how the motor works. Both technically, by the way, they come two motors. But I digress. Like this is something I truly believe that I can actually do, but it's just forlorn to me, and I feel like I should have done it a while ago, but I just wasn't mentally prepared for it. But I think now I can. You know, especially I'm just like I'm tired of hearing people tell me something that I can't do. Never seen it as a bum, morsh. I'm not a shitty butthole, whatever. Horsecock. Clocking. That's something I feel like I could do. You know, just about that I can't sell the phone. But I've looked into other things. You know, I've looked into like the van life and how people actually have like Wi-Fi built within their fucking home vans and stuff like that. They're living the fucking dream, if you ask me. Because they're going out, they're seeing nature. They get to see the nature. They get to cook. They get to let their whatever dog they have out. It's like they're technically living homeless, but it's not homeless. It's off grid. There's still like economic things that you have to take into take accountability to, because you have to pay for gas. You have to pay for parking spots to pay for if you want to go camp somewhere for a bit. You know what I mean? And maybe Abraham, yeah, happy Abraham is doable. You know why? Because we think about other stuff. We don't just go, you know what? I'm just gonna buy a fucking 12-pack of Coors and bitch about nothing when nothing's actually happening. No, I buy this stuff because I make the money enough to say, hey, you know what? Maybe I can also do this. Or I have the wherewithal saying, maybe I should stop for a while and think about doing something. You know? I'm not like Kyle over there sitting there on a couch drinking 12-pack of Coors, bitching about everybody else because he's still so obsessed with fucking Bounty by a goddamn observation. That little bitch ass pissant that can't do a goddamn thing to save his own goddamn life. I hate Bounty, by the way. For those you don't know, Bounty can suck an ass. Actually, he can't, because if he could probably still keep his wife. So, I mean, he sucks. He absolutely sucks. Absolutely sucks. He can't do a goddamn thing right. That's including his wife. I can do his wife better than he can. I don't even know her. Thank God. And I go there, and I go to Kyle's fucking channel, and he's like, "Well, I hate Bounty, but I didn't mean to talk shit about Bounty. By the way, everyone else is an idiot but me." Sitting there, doing nothing. Fucking what? What? What the hell? Mel escorting pays large stacks too. Mel escorting pays large stacks too. No, not with him. No, no. Every time I saw his channel, every time I did, if there's some sort of drama that he'd bring up to somebody else, it's always some sort of crying, bitching, moaning. The man's 60. Do you think that he's a fucking beta male? Or an alpha male? Like, you pick one. You tell me which one he is. No, he's beta. He's beta to the fucking max. He's so beta, he doesn't even know how to beta himself. That's how beta he is. Because every time he tries to beta himself, he cries. I miss my wife. I'm making fun of other people on the internet. But wants to make fun of me. It's game on. I swear. Fucking. I don't want to affiliate myself with people who actually accommodate for that. You know what I mean? Like, no, there's no goddamn way. No goddamn way. Especially when I try to teach him how to do his own job. Once upon a time when I was running my own kitchen, all you did was teach me how to do bread sauce. Yeah, do you still have that job? You don't. Fuck off. Fucking idiot. Like, what a toxic ass human being. Oh, oh, oh. All right. Gotta order myself a burrito. Let's do some positive stuff. All right. So, burrito wise, we got two. Get that goddamn burrito. All right. So, Dr. Smith, you're still here. What protein should I get? Should I get steak, chicken, carne asada, or should I get something a little bit more exotic? I'm asking you, bro, Fernando. Freaking Mexican. I have 70 results. Taco Bell. That's AAA. Taco Factory. Picante, La Pimienta. California de Perito. Guadalajara Tequila. No, I don't know how to pronounce that. Jack in a Box. Jack in a Box? Who has the super rich burrito? I could always go to Chipotle and just be like, hey, this 4%. Fuck it. Who has the biggest burrito in Vernon, California? Margarita? Not that one. Answers. La Costa, Coquina, Little Mini Whales. Oh, Little Mini Whales is probably pretty good. Get off these nuts, dude. Super burrito. Little Minis. I know I'm gonna order it, but I gotta go through Uber. I gotta go through Uber. Morty. Dude, you look stupid. That's cool. Delivery. It'll. Nope. I'm coming up. All right. Burritos. Cal Machete, Mexican Grill. No. Damn it. Horse shit. Biggest burrito in my local area.
my local area within 2 miles.
El Galito? Okay, let's go to that. El Galito? There it is. Come on. No. Okay, try this. Yeah. El Galito. Damn it. Affluente? No. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna go with Irish closest. Pain in my dick, dude. Pain in my absolute dick. Six people watching. Watch the pain. Pain is happening. I'm absolutely here. Also, the other trick is I can't get something that's too far either, because they could, the offensive dies down. This Toro Veo Tequila probably looks promising. Okay. How big is it? Can you get pollo, jamón, chile verde, canitas, carne asada, el pastor, or boucher? No, I want carnitas. I need my nuts. Add extra. No, no extra cheese. Fuck that. No extra cheese. Fuck that. No extra pico. Just throw it there. Nachos? Give me some al pastor. Nachos. Sure. Fuck it. I don't care. Blue card. $41. Throw in nachos for the extra green fucking throw, and maybe it can change your goddamn mind. Hi there, five people. How's it going? I just noticed you guys. Is there five people on here trying to take notes or something like that? And like, oh wow, he's just acting like a drunk idiot. He's never gonna get anything else that he owns. Because I do view you people as some fucking goddamn haters. I really do, and I don't blame you. I hate myself. You know. Right now I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Just because, like, I know like 90% of you guys don't know what to fucking do with your goddamn lives, so you just show up here and say, hey,
What's Ken up to? Or you just want to see a big ass burrito and I can't fucking give it. But I want a burrito that's like this big. As big as my cack. Facts are facts. Hacking facts. Oh, sizzle. I don't know this restaurant enough to spend $40 on it. I can't do it. I gotta trash that. Picture is literally what it is. It's like it shows the burrito, which seems kind of plain, and it has like 3 dipping sauces. It doesn't turn me on as a human being. This place at Guadalajara Tequila, they're doing like the brewery stuff. Yeah, it looks a little bit more fire. But the Supria looks like fucking vomit. What are people saying about this place? 4.5 stars out of 5. With 300 plus ratings, so there's got to be something going on. Sent wrong at first, but very quick to replace the great customer service. Burrito was great, and I loved it. Crusty grilled chicken crunchy taco with meat. The El Pastor was chicken and pastor. It's called El Pastor. You fucking boom. Flavorful. Cornelius crunchy taco was good. Tacos are good. So gross. So great. That's one person. That's not. No. Come on. Give me something here. My bitch ass is hungry. So hungry. I'm about to order fucking Carl's goddamn. Hi, Junior. Hi, Junior. El Tabasco tequila. Yeah, what do you need? Let me start saying 4.7. Okay. Let's go with this. Feature item. Super burrito. Cool. You look like a mess. Horchata. It's probably the best I've had in years. Natural California. Right. I don't want California nothing. No. No, that's not what I want. California influenced Mexican shit is bullshit. It is such bullshit. You can't do that to me. No way. No way. If I wanted Mexican American, I would go fuck off to a fucking goddamn Chipotle. You know what I mean? Because then I know what I'm getting. Like, off the wall chain, fresh produce, decent meat, decent, whatever. But it's heavily overpriced. If I wanted that, I know where to go. All right, I know where to rip myself off for some decent food. Fuck, man. Like, all right, Fluente, no. El Jalisco, Guadalajara Tequila, no. Leonda, Chapala. Chapala? Did I say Chapala yet? You guys got it. No. Chapala, most ordered. Quesabria. Ooh, Quesabria. That sounds pretty okay. Oh, made for burrito grande. I want a big ass fucking burrito. Lord and have mercy on my goddamn fucking. Let me give you guys like an example, right? So look at this. This is totally Jalisco's.
Look at this. Look. It looks like a fucking mess, right? This is what I'm dealing with like half of the goddamn things I've seen on this. The best area that looks great to me is this taco bar right here. And I've had one of the reels. It's okay, but like they're best for their tacos because that's what they specialize in. They specialize in tacos, they specialize in using red onion as their mainstay, and I know what they're doing. But burrito, I'm down for a fucking burrito. I just want something that like this. How is that fucking appetizing? That's a wet burrito with like the sauces on the side. It tastes like I'm gonna fucking not sleep ever. You know what I mean? Like, like I can't. However, El Taco Factory. And again, just oh, you know what, Canada? You have a discount going on. You can see it. Oh no, that's not what you're going up. 20% off up to $9. So you know what? Let's see what your burritos look like. I don't. The problem with this place. The problem with this place, and the problem I have with California-based Mexican food, and I have lived and died by this, by the way. The problem I have with California-based Mexican food is like some Mexican places like to stuff their burritos with some sort of like French fry because it is California-based. But god damn it, you're ripping somebody off. I cannot stress that enough. Do not put the goddamn fries in the goddamn burrito. If you want to do something to introduce the fry ideology to a burrito, goddamn put it on the side. Make the burrito smaller and charge for the same price. Don't mix the goddamn potato with what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? Like, don't. Just fucking don't. If you want to incorporate a fry into a Mexican, menu, do it. Don't force it, please. Like, for all that's good and holy, don't. If you respect the Mexican heritage, don't ever do that. Ever do that. Don't add potatoes into a Mexican burrito and call it Mexican. The only thing I'm gonna have another drink. The only thing you should actually add a potato into a burrito, the only reason why you would do that is because they're making a breakfast burrito. That's it. Don't add it to a dinner. Potato and dinner relies in Mexican and Romanian. That's it. That's fucking it. Don't fucking try to incorporate that. The Mexican heritage and how they grow their stuff and how they incorporate their recipes is just fine. You do not have to fuck with it. If I was going to open a restaurant and I said, hey, I have enough money to hire somebody to incorporate a Mexican restaurant, and I feel like that's probably going to give me more money. That's probably going to, create a great atmosphere for where I want to open, and it's probably going to create great memories for everybody else because this is my dream. This is what I want to do. I will tell them specifically if as soon as that fucking executive chef decides to throw fucking goddamn French fries and a goddamn burrito and call it a special, fired immediately. I swear to God. Hell to the goddamn no. You can do so much better. Like you don't have to add extra extra starch to that. You can add any goddamn thing else. In my opinion, you're just reaching out the goddamn window and saying, hey, this is going to make us different, so it's probably going to. It's not. It's not. That's bullshit. I've worked with plenty of old school Mexicans in my lifetime. They know it's bullshit. No, you make the Mediterranean tacos the way the Mediterranean tacos are supposed to be made. Sour cream,
cilantro, tomato, red onion, fucking little bit of chicken, a decent pita bread, and then there you go. That's what you do. You don't fuck with a goddamn taco, like, or burrito. You don't fucking mess with that shit. No way. If you're gonna go to the younger generation, they don't know how to fucking cook. They don't. They really, well, some of them do. I'm gonna take that one back. Some of them do. But the ones who know how to cook, they also don't know how to actually cook the line because they won't. The reason why they won't is because it doesn't necessarily pay enough. So, what the young generation is doing is they're investing themselves into the internet and then saying, like, hey, this is actually what I want to do. I want to be an entertainer. And some of them succeed, some of them don't, but it's a fair look. At least they try at something. If you add French fries to a goddamn Mexican burrito, you ain't trying. You're just stuffing things in and hoping that it works. There's no way. There's no tequila lime seasoning. There's no lime seasoning. There's no salt that's going to help that. It just looks stupid, and you look stupid trying to sell it. Especially when I looked on that app, when you try to sell a burrito to me for $18 and half of it is full of fucking goddamn French fries. Am I stupid? Is anyone else that you shop at stupid? No, we're not. We're consumers. Like, god damn. Like, hell no. Especially in how money's working with the economy in California. No, we're not stupid. We're fucking desperate. And once in a while, we like to treat each other, treat ourselves. Not your rip ass, bitch ass fucking economy bullshit crap. Hell no. Yeah, and we ain't having it. We ain't having it. I'm a fucking veteran for 15 years. I ain't having it personally. My restaurant, check this out. If you guys like prime rib, my restaurant charges, yeah, 7.2. For a prime rib that's 16 ounces, you get a side of mashed potatoes or fries, then you get a veggie side, and then you get a soup or a chili bowl, and then you get a free beer. My restaurant for that charges $35. So long as the beer is within the restaurant, because we have our own brewery. $35. That's fair. You know, like that's even more than fair. Why would I go and fuck off for $20? Buy a burrito that's fucking half-assed. People don't understand why it's Ken's world. People don't understand because I don't really explain it. I don't really go off on it. I should. I really should. Because things are about to change around here. People are about to change. The people who I hang out on here about to change up a little bit. They either check their attitude out the door or I ain't gonna deal with them. I've checked plenty of people out the door. You know, I've heard a lot of idiots call me idiot. Call me an idiot. Because all they know is this goddamn internet, all they know is this goddamn YouTube, and then they just say, oh, well, whenever he goes on here, he acts like an idiot, so therefore he's an idiot. Do you actually even contemplate how many hours I actually spend on here? You know, like maybe like 10 hours a month? And then I go on here and rant, and then just call me an idiot, and then what? Because I made a D's nuts joke? Because I think it's kind of funny? Oh boy. Oh boy. Kyle? No. Yeah, you're way out of your league, and you fucking know it. Found you by observation? Well, I shouldn't really even have to talk to you. You know your place. It's beneath my foot. And, you know how to reach me, don't you? Well, but you won't anyway. Just because your wife can't even reach for your dick without a fucking, I don't know, what do they call it? Toenail clippers? Something like that. Something really small. Something relatable to you. You would have to let me know. You have to let me know.
But the people I like to hang out with, I got my Lees, I got my fucking, I got my low keys, I got my gut rots, I got my Dr. Smiths. Those are the people who know that I fuck with. And I know I'm going through some sort of change. And they definitely know. Not Nancy, the one who likes to wreck people's houses like a fucking little bit of a home wrecker and then just says, oh, well, it's not my fault. Or any of those scumbag Canadian losers who don't know what friendship actually means when they destroy each other's lives and everyone just decides to disintegrate each other and, well, die in the cold, I guess. No, no. My true envision is to bring people together, to finally do it. And I've been at this for 2 years. There's a very, very, very vast difference between who I was 2 years ago being homeless compared to 5 years ago when I had everything going for me. Being homeless, I tried everything that I could. I lost my mind. I lost my mind doing this. And I rediscovered myself. Part of the reason why I lost my mind is because I was drinking every day. Now I'm not. I'm drinking every week. And now is the time where I man up and say, hey, yeah, I am gonna take this seriously. Yeah, I'm gonna take my degree seriously. Most of you can't do that. Most of you hide behind the bottle. Most of you. It sounds like a really sad thing to say, but most of you do cower behind it. And I'm telling you, you don't have to do that. You have potential. You're just not seeing it. Just like how I didn't see mine. And sometimes it's really hard to hear. Sometimes it's really hard to say. I didn't really want to say that in the first place, but sometimes it's really hard to hear too because initially you're going to say, what does he know? The fact is, I don't. I really don't. I don't know what it's like to be like other people. I only know how it's like to be myself. I know how to relate to a certain point. However, I don't know how to relate when people have bodily dysfunctions. I don't know how to relate when someone's crippled. I don't know how to relate necessarily to when someone is going through mental instabilities. I have had my own mental battles, but in having those, I know mental battles will never be the same as one another. There's always going to be something a little bit different. I understand that. What I did is I had to step away from everything that made me frustrated, from everything that had to do with me. Some people don't have the option to do that. I understand. I understand people sometimes they don't necessarily have the option or they don't think it. Let me tell you, they do. You know, you do have the option to step away from things for a temporary amount of time, just so long as it's not too much. And the only kind of people that I can sympathize with the most is the younger people who go out there and work and try to bust their ass the way that they could and being told that they're doing something wrong. At the end of the day, they're not even told good job. Those are the people that I can relate to the most because in my mind, I've trained hundreds of people, you know, and it's true from, if you want to check my resume, it's from Five Guys to Wingstop to grocery store to BJ's Restaurant Brewhouse.
spent about 7 to 10 years training other people, and this is all in the while that I didn't really know how to train myself, but I took more pride in telling other people like, hey, this is actually how you do this, and this is how you go through your life. Did I follow my own advice? Not really, but it is up until now. Um, but you can't do it, you know. In my experience, or the reason why people can't believe in the fact that you can't do it is because they're liars. And the number one rule I've always taught, and I'm hoping all three of you listening, because I'm saying Ken, this is Robert Johansson talking to you. That's my full first and last name. The only reason why you cannot believe that you can actually do something is because other people have told you that you can do it. And I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you this. The biggest issue that I've ever had with somebody who truly believed that he could do it was far too overweight. But guess what? He's far too overweight. But guess what? He tried. He tried under my wing. He was sweating, and then he came to me and he was crying. And I asked him what was wrong. Was the job completed? Not necessarily. He was crying because he said he tried his best. This is a night shift stocking business. He said he tried his best, but he just couldn't do it. But he was worn out. I could see it on his eyes, I could see it on his face. I could see there's sweat. And I looked at him and I told him, did you do your best? And he said, yeah, I tried everything I could. I'm like, stop. I told him, stop. And I looked at him again, just to see his reaction. Because I already knew he did his best. Problem with the society today is that they don't actually recognize people like that. Do I care that he's overweight? No. Not to the extent of like being a boss. His weight issue completely relies on him. What I cared about is that despite him being overweight, he broke a sweat doing the job that was assigned to him. Makes sense? So when people do something like that, there's something special there that's supposed to be unlocked. And he didn't know that yet. He really didn't. So I set him aside, calmed him down, and I told him, don't compete with me or anybody else. You don't have to be as fast as us per se. That's not how these things work. That's not how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to work for somebody. What you're supposed to do is supposed to give you your best effort every day. And then be honest with us. Tell us what's going on. And we can fix that. We can accommodate for that. We're here to help you. So long as you're here to help the business. That was my rule. And at first, he didn't really understand that. So I put it bluntly, and I told him, as long as you're breaking a sweat, man, don't worry about your speed. Not quite yet. You clearly know where things go. You clearly know how to stop. You're just not as fast as us. But don't feel guilty about it because once the way, once how you feel, once how you start feeling guilty, you're gonna start beating yourself up. And honest to God, there's a lot of other people out there in the world who are, you know, just out of shape as you, and just they're not really willing to try. You tried. You're trying, and you're in my book. You're succeeding. The only way that you fail is that you give up. You know, did you give up? No, of course you didn't give up. I don't get to speak for you, but I clearly see that you're sweating. Don't worry about anything. The only way that I'm going to worry about you is when I see that you're giving up and I see you taking shortcuts. That's when. And there's times for them because uh, training somebody else is never a one-way step. There's always plenty of steps. There is times that he did try to go over some stuff and me having to show his name. I remember this one time, the restaurant, not the restaurant, I'm sorry, the grocery store. That's talking. Yeah, got 10 hours in aisle one. And all we had to go off of was on the other side was Pop Tart boxes. They would come to pop. You know, each box came with like 8 Pop Tart boxes, or something or other, or like Nutrient bars. That was all on one. And I remember putting in charge of Iowa for 3 months, never checking it, understanding it, and my aisle that I put myself in charge of was aisle three. And by that time, when I was doing that, I was very not with per se of the group. I was just saying like, hey, this is my baby. I just want to wake up in the middle of the night. I'm only getting 3 hours of sleep per night because people are being on in the house, and this is all I can do. And this is my lane. Stay out of my lane and do whatever. And despite that, I was interrupted because I knew I had to run another one as well. And they were like, "Hey, could you just check his work, please?" And so I did. And when I say things are checked by, um, cardboard and stuff like that, what that grocery store did was that everything that came in cardboard, you open up the cardboard, you learn how to use a box cutter to not cut any of the boxes inside the box that came in, cut it up and use the box as like fucking leverage, and then just there it goes. The box runs out, the box runs out, and then you have another box that's ready to be opened and faced up within the lane, within the aisle, or whatever. He opened up boxes and just threw it behind, in front of boxes actually. He threw it in front of boxes that were like almost empty, and I had to drag myself like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he was like, "What? I'm throwing boxes." Like, why are you lying to me? You know? I told him, "Why are you lying to me? After all I've done, after all how much I've stuck up for you, why are you lying to me?" And then he looked at me and was like, I don't see why I'm lying to you. Come to me. And I said, I gave you 3 months of work without even checking it, and you did this. Pulled down boxes and boxes and boxes of empty cardboard, and you looked at me like, oh no, man, I was saying something instead of sorry. And like, if you were sorry for doing that, dude, if you were sorry for doing that, that wouldn't happen in the first place. I'd rather take about like 15 minutes longer to finish this and make sure that cardboard is out. Why would you open up another piece and then throw all the product in the bag so someone can taste something wrong? I don't care if it's a crunch bar. I don't care if it's a cereal bar. I don't care if it's a box of cereal. You don't rotate. You don't. What the fuck, dude? He's like, well, I'm sorry. I'm just not in the right mindset. Bruh, I wanted to fire him right then and there. I wanted to fire the fuck out of him. But can't do that. I'm drunk. So, but yeah, that's the struggle of trying to maintaining trying to be a boss and a night shift because like you see the highs and you see the very lows and the way they thought. By the way, it wasn't necessarily completely his fault. I don't know whatever happened with his personal life. It sounded like he just started to give up again, and it was me trying to like being like, what the fuck, dude? And he gets money coming in, and he lays it out on me. And I don't believe that in it anymore, but oh Lord, I need food. I need food. I need tea. I need man. I wash my hands, Lord. Fuck. Drop the towel, Lord.
Came down those stairs, tactical vest. We were brothers.